Hey, what's up, guys? My name is John Davis. Y'all know what time it is. It is 7 o'clock p.m. We meet here every Tuesday at 7 o'clock, Teaching Tuesday, where we discuss all things insurance, including health insurance, life insurance, Medicare, and retirement planning. And as all, well, not as always, because he left me, guys, at one point. Y'all remember Ben Simpson? Ben, welcome to Teaching Tuesday.
Hey, glad to be back.
Yeah, you've been gone for weeks.
Yeah, little vacation in there, John. I got a little better tan
Got
now.
a
See,
tan
I'm
going.
not so
Okay.
pale. That's good.
Okay. Well, hey guys, listen, I'm so glad that you're here today to join us. If you're new to the channel, I want to say thank you so much for joining. Welcome. Every Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m., we discuss a bunch of insurance stuff, a bunch of annuity stuff, a bunch of retirement stuff, all of the stuff that you probably don't know. We talk about right here on Teaching Tuesday. And today, guys, we have a subject that a lot of people are either afraid to talk about or they just simply don't know what they are. So today, guys, we're going to talk about annuities, what they are, who they are for, how it benefits you, all of that good stuff. But before we get started, guys, there's two things that I need you to do for me. You like that, Ben? I have to get
I
close.
do.
Yeah, there's
Let's
two
get
things.
closer.
Actually, there's three things that I need you to do for me. First thing is, guys, remember, like our videos. I like to see the likes. Ben likes to see the likes, so like the videos, okay? Secondly, remember, sharing is caring, and the information we give, we want you all to share with the masses. Ben, you like that? Sharing is caring, right?
It is.
So please share our channel. And third, guys, remember this is a fully interactive platform, so you can leave comments, you can make emojis, smiley faces, heads, hands, emojis, all of that stuff. I like it, I need it, and I want it to continue to do Teaching Tuesdays every Tuesday here at 7 o'clock p.m. So Ben, without further ado, let's jump right into it, okay?
All right.
Welcome back. And please tell me and the people, what is an annuity? Talk to me.
Well, an annuity is a product that is essentially going to help someone have some guarantees in retirement. There's a lot of misconceptions about annuities. Hopefully, we can clear that up tonight.
Okay.
But essentially, it's a contract with an insurance company to have some guarantees on money that you may invest. And in today's market, I think it's a great topic to have because a lot of the conversations that I know John and I have had is, let's keep what you got. Market was way up for a lot of years,
Right.
and putting into something a little more safe, um, and really having a guaranteed paycheck for a lot of people. They like that for their fixed expenses.
Okay.
So,
So Ben, tell me what when we think about an annuity. Okay, I know there's a couple of different types of annuity. We have the immediate annuity, right? And then we have the deferred annuity. Can you explain to us what the difference between those annuities are?
so, an immediate annuity, and I want to say something about the immediate annuity. The immediate annuity, I can tell you, I have not personally sold an immediate annuity in probably 10 or 12 years.
Oh wow.
The reason for that is, and this is why people don't like annuities, John.
Okay.
This is one of the cons that I'm going to talk about. Is with an immediate annuity, you have to annuitize the contract, meaning you're going to lock that money up. Now, the insurance company is going to guarantee you either a lifetime payout or a period certain over amount of time. Think of it almost like term insurance, except for they're paying you out on. I mean, there could be an end date. Okay,
Okay.
and they are good to have in your portfolio, but I think there's better ways with newer products to get that done. Think of an immediate annuity almost like Social Security. So
Okay.
that Social Security check comes every single month, like clockwork. An immediate annuity is going to work just like that. So it's a guaranteed payout over time on the funds that you put in. So think of it as a guaranteed paycheck. Okay.
Okay.
Your deferred annuity is just how it sounds. You can defer basically an interest credit 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, and so on, 10 years. Um, Obviously, the higher deferral, that 8, 10 years, 7 years is going to be a higher payout percentage.
Okay.
So really, your single premium immediate annuity is an immediate payout, usually within 30 days to a year of a deposit on a guaranteed monthly basis for income. Um, the problem with that is annuitization. It's the insurance company's money
Okay.
at that point. So you traded your $100,000, let's say, for a monthly guarantee of payout.
Okay. So let's just go back to the basics to help the people understand what
Mhm.
is just a basic, like why would someone get an annuity just in general?
Well, so guaranteed lifetime income. Let me go through, I guess, some of the different pros, I guess, some of the things, reasons, just to answer your question, I guess. Um, some of the good things about annuities, you can't lose your principal. That's why someone would like to have an annuity right now.
Okay.
Just to give you some numbers, the stock market is down 15% year to date. The NASDAQ, your technology market, is down 29% year to date. If you're a federal employee, if you're in the FCS and I fund, that's down on average almost 13%.
Okay.
And what an annuity does is going to lock in your gains. You're never going to lose money. Okay. And essentially, that's one thing. The other thing, that guaranteed paycheck, we can design programs to basically pay your fixed expenses. Um, Annuities are very customizable these days, so they can be used for estate planning. There's a couple different products I'm thinking of, John, that if I had a lump sum of money sitting in my checking account or in a CD that I could take and essentially increase that 200, 300% based on the market gains, and essentially exponentially grow that person's money that they want to pass on to their family. Another nice customizable feature, John, is self-funding long-term care. So if I have some health issues and then I need income, there are some products out there that would allow someone that needed long-term care to basically double or triple their income.
Okay. Okay.
So, um,
So if I have a lump sum of money, Ben,
yes.
because I'm assuming we're at this point, we're probably targeting the annuity towards either retiree or maybe someone that has a lump sum of cash that's just kind of sitting in the bank, right?
Well, I will tell you, even with John, some of these annuity products, I'm seeing younger and younger people get into these products. They've left a job, they started a 401k, and they still want some safety. Some of these have had double-digit growth. With a product, you can never lose your money. Am I expecting that this year? Absolutely not. But
Okay.
another one of the nice features is you get the best of both worlds. You could have potential double digit growth. So a lot of the companies don't have caps on their indexed annuities, meaning we've got some, following some of the indices that are in the market. And then we've got fixed interest rates, which are climbing right now. So, like I said, I can have some money growing at maybe 3.5% on a fixed account while
Okay.
I still have some money participating in the market without any of the downside risk. So
Okay.
they're
So
not just for people going into retirement anymore.
okay, so now because a lot of our viewers being are entrepreneurs, and I want to shout out Yaya. Remember Yaya being?
I don't remember talking to Yaya.
Okay, well, Yaya, thank you so much for joining me. So glad you're here as always. We're starting to get people that's constantly here every week, man. So I want to say thank you guys for joining. Remember, this is a fully interactive platform, guys. If you all have questions, go ahead and type your question in the bar because I can see them, Ben can see them, and we can ask and answer their questions for you. Also, guys, we went ahead and pinned the Calendly link. Kayla, I see you're here too. Thank you so much for joining. And oh, Yaya said she hadn't met you, Ben, so she said hi. Uh,
Hey,
but hey, Ben, we have a question. Kayla
yes.
said, "What would be your minimum amount that you can start your annuity?"
Great question. Yeah, most of our companies, if you're going to do a single premium, are going to start at anywhere between 5 and 10,000 entry level. With that said, there are a couple annuities that basically $50 a month. You can do a monthly contribution. If you haven't started saving, I've got a couple companies that I have kind of in mind where we do now. They are not, I mean, they're going to be much better than a savings account. But those accounts I have not seen double digit growth on. But again, it's a good way to at least start saving for retirement. If you've contributed to an IRA and have, especially if you're younger, I do like to see some people. Um, utilizing everything that they have access to, because with inflation you're going to you know have to get some gains somewhere, and some of the monthly annuities were just not built to have the double digit gains like some of the other accounts or
Okay.
companies and products that are out there.
So Ben, when we look at our entire financial portfolio, because I know I
Mhm,
made the topic why we need an annuity in our financial plan. Okay. So we're
mhm,
looking at our 401k as part of our retirement plan,
mhm.
our social security benefits, which are at this point somewhat questionable, right? And then we talk about, you and I talk about the IUL for part of your financial strategy. Would you consider an annuity part of a financial or retirement strategy also?
Yeah, so what I look at, so people have a portfolio, let's just say they're getting closer to retirement, and they've got maybe a 40% in stocks and 60% in other mutual funds that are maybe a little bit more safe, uh, bonds, things like that. So we can definitely take that 60% bond makeup and typically outperform um, that portion of a retirement
Okay.
plan if we're looking at growth. um, you know if we're looking at income, tons of different items out there. And I also, I don't know why I didn't mention this, but tax deferral is another reason. You're not going to be taxed on this until you start taking distributions. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So that's something else people need to know. But I think the other thing is knowing right now with interest rates going up, we've got fixed accounts inside the annuity, and then we also have potentially market gains. So we
Okay.
can kind of diversify within your makeup of where you put that money as well.
Okay. So we've talked about the pros, right? We know that they're tax deferred. We know that it's guaranteed interest that you're going to gain. But what about the pro? I mean, I'm sorry. What about the cons? Because we
Yep.
hear a lot of
Yep.
bad stuff about annuities. My money's being locked up. I can't get my money back. Um, what have you found in your professional experience? And Kayla, you can join in the conversation too. I know Kayla does a lot with annuities. What have you found as part of the cons that people do not like about annuities?
Well, they're long-term investments. If somebody had to pull 100% of their money out, there are surrender charges. Now, most of the companies don't charge fees to put your money. So if you went and we have a registered investment advisor in house that charges a fee, right, when you put your money in one of those accounts with him. Um, but um, if you want to take out 100% of that money, if you want to take out more than the free withdrawal after a year, which is typically 10% on our contracts, there could be a double digit surrender charge in the first several years. Okay. And that's definitely a con. You really, as an advisor, we really like to do a suitability worksheet to make sure this is something that actually is a fit in the portfolio. It's not for every single person. Some people like to take risk, and quite honestly, you're probably not a great fit for an annuity.
So,
Yeah, and or your horizon's much shorter
okay.
than what the surrender period is.
Okay, good deal. Brandon, thank you so much for joining me. I see we have a few more guests, guys. I just want to let you all know, remember, this is fully interactive, so you can ask questions. You can ask questions. Y'all can respond to it
Comments,
here.
yeah.
Um, I do want to ask you, Ben, let's talk about this surrender charge, okay?
Mhm.
So with an annuity, um, let's use numbers because we're both number people. Okay, so I have $100,000 that I put in this annuity. Okay, so how long do I have to keep that money in there? And if I needed $20,000 every year, am I able to pull that money out of that annuity? Is that possible?
So when did you want to pull the money out? You broke up there.
We're just going to say an emergency happens
Mhm.
and I need to pull out some of that money that I've put and committed into my annuity.
Absolutely. So basically, there are contract terms. So you're going to have usually at minimum a 3 year um, term. So basically, you're going to have 3 years where you could have a surrender penalty.
Okay.
Okay. If you needed money in the first year, then yes, you're probably going to pay a surrender penalty. If you could wait to the next year for your emergency, then typically you could pull out 10%, which would be $10,000 for that emergency without penalty.
Okay.
And those contracts go all from 3 all the way up. I think I've even seen one like 16 years.
Okay.
So really need to be, on our end, doing a good job of qualifying what is this money going to be used for? When is it going to be used? And really talking through. I typically lead with the cons when we have an
Yeah.
appointment
Yeah.
because I want someone to tell me, no, this is not what I was looking for.
Right.
Okay. Because, like I said, it's always better to be upfront and honest and go through the things that could cause them pain in a couple years. Okay. Than just writing a contract to write a contract, if that makes
Okay.
sense.
So, guys, just to explain some of the things that Ben is saying, when you when we submit your paperwork for an annuity, let's just say, for instance, you have $50,000, $25,000, $1 million. That's me being. You have this money that you want to put into an annuity, okay? There's a suitability page or part of the application that we have to submit that basically says you have enough for emergencies or you have enough liquid assets to cover you for medical bills if something were to happen so that you're not having to pull that money out of the annuity and be penalized, okay? So now,
Well, and John, just to stop you right there, because that's a great point. The companies have to accept you as well.
okay.
So that's not John or I. We have to send that off to the company to say, yes, this is a good customer for us. We want to help you, or no, this is not suitable. Typically, we're going to know that up front, but the company, I mean, so these are very highly regulated products anymore. So really, the insurance companies, for the first time ever, are looking out for your behalf because they don't want to be fined.
For the first time
Okay.
ever, Ben.
But yeah, yeah, I've been doing this 16 years. So, um, yeah, we want John and I are going to take care of you. And now the insurance companies have to, due to regulatory environment right now, which is honestly good for the consumer.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about the suitability because that's a good point to talk about because that way we'll instantly know whether you can pass the suitability and be accepted for an annuity. So Ben, let's just go over a high level description of what would be the ideal candidate for an annuity when it comes to liquid assets and the ability to even qualify for the annuity that we,
Well, you're going to have at least 6 months of living expenses. Is typically one criteria. Um, I think a lot of agents without some of the controls back when I first started would take 100% of the money. Now I will tell you, 80% of the time that's not the right thing to do when you're doing a financial plan. This is really going to be set up for 40 to 60% of your retirement, maybe less, depending on where you're at age wise. If you're younger, obviously that's going to be a lesser number because there's no guarantees, just like the market, that we're going to be able to keep up with inflation. And with inflation at 8% right now, that's a big number.
yeah.
So we got to have some market risk if you're younger, and we have an outlet with our registered investment advisor to help you that way too. So we're going to take a look at the whole picture, um, and base it on how much you have in the bank, how much we want to invest, and really send that off. And I guess a risk tolerance evaluation as well. If you don't care how much you lose in the market, this is probably not the best place for you to be. So there's lots of different factors
Okay.
that go into that.
And guys, to those of you that are listening and you've noticed that Ben has said the resident financial advisor, you all have that option to contact us, book an appointment on our calendar link. It should be listed in the comments. And you all, if you all feel like you need a financial advisor, if you need help coming up with a financial plan, give us a call, schedule an appointment, and we can link you with our financial advisor that can sit down and see what different products and services you may possibly need to enhance your retirement and financial portfolio. Okay, so I want everyone to understand this. Yeah, we're kind of on a high level today, but we need to know this information. Remember, it is Teaching Tuesday. So I don't want to keep coming and talking about the same life insurance stuff. It's time to elevate, go to another level, and really get with the professionals that can help us build a financial strategy that's going to be conducive to our, for our goals. Okay. So, Ben, is there anything else that you can think of that people need to know about annuities to kind of make a decision?
Yeah. So yeah, and again, there's a ton. I was reading articles, and I do this every morning, and annuities get lumped into they're all bad. Okay. I think the people that sell them may be the problem, not explaining them well enough, and really going through the contracts well and why we're doing what we're doing. Um, so uh, one of the areas that kind of gets lumped in with everything income related has to do with the single premium immediate annuities, like we spoke about before, and annuitization. Basically, the insurance company owns that money now, that lump sum. That is, I haven't, like I said, I haven't sold one of those for forever because we
Okay.
have a lot better contracts. But that's what people say or think when they hear guaranteed income. A lot of these companies, there's walk away provisions with these income distributions. The other
So
thing I will say is variable annuities. Okay. I see high fees, market risk. That's not what we're talking about. There is a place for variable annuities, and maybe that person that wants something more risky to have more gain, that's great. You may pay 5 or 6%
mhm.
on that, okay, as a fee every year,
Yeah.
with some market risk. That's not really what we're talking about here either. So we work on the guaranteed side, safety of principal, tax deferral, and maximizing what we can do for you in retirement to have that guaranteed income to pay your bills. Okay. So, anyway, I lost the thought. Oh, you know what? I do have something new, John.
What you got, Ben?
You surprise me all the time with stuff. So if you want to know where you're at in retirement. We have a brand new tool. I've spent a ton of money on this. Okay.
Okay.
For John, myself, our whole team. Okay. Whoever comes in, we've got a nice little tool that you can actually put in your information and it will tell you where you're at for saving for retirement. Okay.
Wow.
So it'll give you a nice little report and it'll give you kind of the deficiencies without even talking to John or I. So if you want that tool, we can send it out to you. And it's really cool. So we can do some planning around that to help you understand where you're at. Have I saved enough? And then what we can do if you haven't to fill in those gaps.
Okay, wow, that's amazing. So we actually have a tool because this is important, guys. And we're going to make sure that this is pulled out of this clip, and we're going to play just this part of the video. Ben, I'll tag you in that post too, so we'll get on that. But there is a tool that will allow you, without Ben and I's assistance, to actually go in, put your income in that system, put what your 401k balance is, what your retirement balance is. Ben, are they able to also put their social security contributions?
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. Pensions,
Hmm.
and yeah, and then there are programs in there where it'll help John and I tell us exactly the right product for your needs.
Wow,
This
wow,
will
that's
help fill the
interesting.
gaps. Now, it's a game changer. We've got a bunch of technology that we're rolling out to help our advisors and to help our clients win in retirement because I'm telling you, if you're not looking at the market, if you're getting close, you can't sustain the losses that we're
Right
seeing.
now.
So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, guys. So just to repeat what being said, just that program, because I want to make sure that we do a video, just a small clip of this, just in general. We have, guys, we have a program that actually allows you to enter your 401k balance, your social security benefit deduction, your pension, and also include your retirement plans and goals, and it will actually calculate where you are compared to where you want to be. Okay. And then with that information, Ben and I can give you a financial plan and kind of match you up with the products that you need that's going to benefit your retirement. Okay. So if you all need that information, if you all want that system, link up in our calendar link. It's going to also be in this post, and schedule some time and we can send that link out to you. Okay, so it's pretty simple. We make it pretty simple. I'm telling you, every time we come on Teaching Tuesday, Ben, we give the people something, and I'm so glad that you were here today to give them that. It's something we all need.
no, absolutely. And like I said, we have a full. I know John and I are more of the safe money people of your portfolio, but we have a whole team. If you need in the stock market, if you need mutual funds, things of that nature. We have that at our disposal as well. So
Absolutely, absolutely.
with we've got a good solid team of people to help. So
And Sarah, thank you so much for your clap. That clap, I needed that. I needed that clap, man. You just don't know these. When people are sending messages, it motivates me to keep going.
absolutely.
So hey guys, look, we've been here now for about 30 minutes. Y'all know I can't stay anywhere too long, and Ben has to take care
And
of the dog and the
hey,
kid and the wife.
I'm getting told in my ear, John, not forget to tell about the ebook. What is that?
Oh, my ebook.
Yeah,
You don't know about my ebook?
yeah. I want to know.
So listen, guys, I do have an ebook, and you know what, Ben, I've been thinking about this. I think I want to, yeah, I'll make it an ebook, but I'm also going to print a couple of copies too to send out to some people. I think that would be cool. But it is called No Dumb Question, Life Insurance Questions You're Too Embarrassed to Ask. So we're going to talk about in that book. It mentions different type of scenarios, Ben,
Oh boy.
questions that you Ben won't ask, like you would never ask if I'm overweight, can I get life insurance? That's a question that nobody wants to ask that question, but they wonder it, don't they? If if I'm a felon, can I get life insurance? If I smoke marijuana, can I get life insurance?
Yeah.
That's a good question. So we're going to cover, that's just a snippet of what's in my book. But hey, guys, that book is almost done. I just need to get some pictures done, Ben, and I'm just kind of like slowly getting it done.
I
My
know a guy. I mean, I know a guy.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Everybody does. But I'm sure my social media guys like, John, will you just hurry up and take the picture so we can get this done? But the book will be done in the next 2 weeks. In the next
Okay.
2 weeks, the book is
Y'all heard it on Teaching Tuesdays.
y'all heard on Teaching Tuesday. My book is going to be
Two
released
weeks.
in 2 weeks as soon as the cover is done. Remember, it's called No Dumb Question. Um, Life Insurance Questions You're Too Embarrassed to Ask by yours truly, me, John Davis. So y'all, we are offering you all two things today. Two things is going to benefit your life. We're going to offer you the book, but more importantly, guys, we're also offering you that financial planning tool that Ben mentioned earlier. So if you're needing either one of those two, you got them just by being here. All right. So look, man, I got to get off here. It's Teaching Tuesday every Tuesday right here at 7 o'clock p.m. Ben, thank you so much for coming back to the fold.
You bet.
Don't
Glad to
ever
be
leave.
here.
Next week, we look forward to seeing you again. No. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. Ben, thank you for joining me also.
Yep, you
And
bet. Love it.
next Tuesday, right here, Teaching Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Okay. All right. Y'all have a good night. We'll talk to you soon.
Later. Thanks, guys.